Okay, so I said I was going to go over heparin, and I'm sorry this is so late, but I thought I'd throw it out there. This is just the first example problem from Moodle, so let's go through this together because it's actually the same thing that has already been done. It's just in a different format. So I'll show a couple of different ways, and if it confuses you, forget one way, and I'll show you 3 different ways on how to do this, okay? So here's the question. Again, this is off Moodle. This is on how you work the problem. Your patient has DVT. Is ordered heparin infusion 18 kilograms per hour. He is 75 kilograms. He's 75 kilograms. Heparin comes in 500 milliliters per 25,000 units. What is the infusion rate? Okay, so here's the first thing. There's a lot of useless information in here. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. Here's what I do care about. I care about the rate. What was prescribed? 18 kilograms, or as I was, 18 units per kilogram per hour. I care about that. That's important. All right, next part. 75 kilograms. So it was nice that they already worked this out for you. Remember that you have 2.2 pounds to every kilogram. So if you end up in pounds, you just divide by 2.2. But he already gave us that. I care about the weight. So 75 kilograms. All right. And I don't care about any of this sentence right here, but I do care what I have. So what I have is 500 milliliters. And for every 500 milliliters, all right, inside that 500 milliliters, I will have 25,000 units. Okay, so first thing, one of the easiest ways to start it off is to just figure out how many units do I have per milliliter, and that will help you in a lot of ways. But that's one of the ways to work it. If you were to do that, all you're going to need to do is divide. So, and it's pretty easy because when you look at this problem, you know that there is going to be a lot of units in 1 milliliter just based off of the numbers right here. So all you've got to do is divide. 25,000, and make sure you count every O or every 0 that you have. So 25,000. Make sure it correlates to what you have in your calculator. That's important. All right, so the answer is 50, which actually I should have known that, but anyways, the answer is 50. That means for every milliliter, I'm going to have 50 units per 1 milliliter, okay? I won't get back to on how that's important, but that will help you out in the long run and to double check your work, because you can do the entire problem and then all you have to do is double check it. All right, next thing. So I know people are used to the desired over half. Here's another way of doing it if you're not doing the desired over half. All right, first thing, what do I have? I have 18 units per kilogram per hour. So that's the first thing I have to figure out. How many units does this guy need? All right, so I take 18 units, 18, and I times it by the amount of kilograms he is. He's 75. And if I really want to get finicky about it, I can times it by 1, but that's not going to help us, as we know. So he is going to need a total. He's going to need a total of 1,350 units per hour. All right, that's what he needs. And I have in my bag, I have 25,000 units. All right, and I have per 500 milliliters. You could also write this 1 milliliter over 50 units because we just figured that out. But here's what I'm doing. I'm writing the units on top, all right, and I'm writing the milliliters on bottom. It is extremely important if you're going to do it this way that you make sure that units goes with units, milliliters with milliliters. It could be anything that you want to do this with. It will work as long as you've got the same type of thing. I can't put apples and apples down here. I have to put apples and apples, bananas and bananas. Whatever it is, they have to line up. It has to be the same. All right. I currently don't know how many milliliters I need to make that 1,550 units. All right. So I'm going to write an X there. All right. Now all I have to do is cross multiply. So I go across and I go across, and it ends up that I have 25,000 units, and I'm pretty finicky about writing down the units every time I do it. So times X, which we know we can't do that. So times X. Okay, so X times 25,000 equals 25,000 units times X. Same thing. It just, you can't multiply them like that. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is 1,350 units times 500 milliliters. Well, what does that give me? That is going to give me 60 lots. It's going to give me 675,000, all right, units, because there is units right here, and per milliliters. All right, so now we know we have to solve for X. And I'm just going to shift, slightly this way. Sorry about that. All right, so I have 675,000 units per milliliter. Don't lose those units, okay? Next thing I have to do is get X by itself, because X is special. Yay, X. Okay, so what am I going to do? If I want to get rid of 25,000 on this side, I divide by 25,000. That will automatically cancel that out. Bam. I divided by 25,000. And remember, units was with that. 25,000 units. All right. So, units and units cancel out. But when I divide 65,000 and 25,000, that's what my answer is going to be. And I'm just throwing this in the calculator real quick. Make sure you get all your zeros if you're going to do it this way. All right, and your answer is going to be 27 milliliters. All right, units and units cancel out. All right, your answer is 27 milliliters. That means that if I want to get 1,350 units, I'm going to have to do that for 27 milliliters. Now, here's how I go back and check this. Remember how I said you have 500 milliliters, in 500 milliliters, you have 25,000 units? All right, that, when you divide that, that makes it so that you have 50 units per milliliter. All right, that's the easy way of figuring that out. 50 units per milliliter. All I did was divide, and you get that. So if I know that there's 50 units in every milliliter, and I know I need that, I need 1,350 units, then all I have to do is times 27 milliliters times the 50 units. Here's 27 milliliters. I know that for every milliliter in here, I'm going to have 50. So I do 27 times 50. And voila, that gives me 1,350 units. And that's how I double check my work. All right, now if that threw you for a loop, let me do the desired over half real quick. And you can still do, I mean, when you have big numbers like this, you can just divide it. Figure out how many units you have in a milliliter, or how many milligrams you have in a milliliter. It's a lot easier that way. All right, here's the other thing. So desired over half, which is what a lot of people are working with. You have desired over what you have, and then you times it by your other factor, whatever that is. Okay, you can work it the same thing. All this is right here is a different way of going about it. It's actually a little bit abbreviated. So what do I have? My desired, I desire 1,350 units. What do I have? I have 25,000 units. All right, and I'm going to times that by 500 milliliters. Units and units cancel out. Again, don't worry about that part, because really all you need is a number, but so you know what you're doing. Okay, so next part, I go 50 divided by 5. And again, make sure you've got all your zeros. I just did that backwards. Divide by 1,350 units. And I'm going to times that by 500 milliliters. 350 divided by 25000 times 500 milliliters. And it's going to give me the same answer, 27. Okay? And again, I can go back and double check like I just did before. If I know that per every 500 milliliters, I have 25,000 units, then all I have to do is divide this to figure out how many I have per milliliter. All right, I know that when I divide this by this, I get 50 units per milliliter. All right, 27 times 50 equals 1,350. Okay, and actually those are the two ways that I think are easiest, so we'll stick with those. and I'll go through another problem on the next one. All right, thanks.